Alright, so how's it going? And this is never a high-end gaming PC, even though 1000 bucks is a high-end price. This is more of an esports slash streaming slash content creating gaming PC. So hey, if you are interested in something like that, I guess this is the one for you. You are having the strongest CPU in the whole market right now when it comes to the gaming performance, and you're having one of the most popular GPUs. So yeah, press on that like button and subscribe because that really helps me out a ton, and check out the links in the description if you're so interested in this build. This also helps me out a ton. So without wasting any further ado, let's get it with the benchmarks. So you can get actually the whole benchmarks from a YouTube channel called Shadow7, and Valorant 1080p high settings or ultra settings, you'll find yourself having around 500 to 600 frames per second. But if you decided to get competitive, you are getting near 800 to 1000 FPS. Next up, we have Call of Duty Warzone, and at 1080p low settings, you will have around 140 to 150 frames per second. And Starfield at 1080p Ultra, you'll find yourself having 45 to 50 FPS. So this is actually a really good PC. If you wanna see the rest of the benchmarks, I'll leave a link in the description. So yeah, for the CPU, we're looking at the Ryzen 7800X3D, and the reason I went with that because, as I told you, this is the fastest CPU that you can get on the market right now. And with the cooler that we're hooking it up with is the Thermalright Peerless Assassin 120, and this one goes for $330. So yeah, an 8-core 16-threaded CPU that will do more than enough for gaming, that will do more than enough for video editing. Of course, this is gonna be a beast of a PC if you're doing streaming. So yeah, it really gets the job done, and you will not have to upgrade the CPU for the next 5 to 7 years at least. So yeah, there's that, and a great upgrade path in general. The board, we're looking at a Gigabyte B650M-K, a board that goes for $100 that will match our behemoth of CPU just fine. Now you might think that $100 for a board is a bit of a cheaping out, but actually this is a very strong board, you know, with really strong VRMs, so it will handle the next gen Ryzen CPUs just fine. And RAM, we're looking at 32 gigabytes of DDR5 5600 MHz RAM, and because, you know, 32 gigs is the way to go if you're doing anything other than gaming. 16 gigs is still enough for gaming, but it's just on a bleeding edge, so why not go with 32 right out of the bat. And the SSD, we're looking at a 1TB M.2 SSD, Gen 4 of course, because Gen 4 is the future now, and it really gets the job done. Fast boot up times, loading speeds, even though it's a bit overpriced from what it used to be, but there's no problem with that since it still lies within the budget. And the case, we're looking at the BitPhoenix Nova Mesh SE case. This one is I believe a micro 8X mid tower case. It's got really good ventilation, really decent airflow, and it really gets the job done. And the GPU, you know what it is, we're looking at the RTX 4060 8GB. I mean, this is one of the more popular GPUs from Nvidia right now because it gives you really good value for money for $280 actually. Competing with something like the RX 7600, you'll not find that big of a difference in terms of performance, and you're getting the ray tracing capabilities, the Nvidia DLSS 3. It's a bit of a home run when it comes to Nvidia GPUs and what that's on the market right now, so that's why I really like this one out, and it really checks out all the boxes to one of the best budget GPUs. And the power supply, we're looking at the EVGA, I believe 700 watt 80 plus gold, because if you wanted to upgrade in the future, you'd have the option to. As I told you, the only upgrade you'd need in the future is the GPU, and you'll just swap the GPUs out of the, you know, case, and you're good to go. So yeah, that's been it. If you like the video, press on that like button. If you want to see more videos of that, can subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.